The timeline on the storms here, one comes in late tonight into tomorrow. Another strong storm system is going to roll in on Saturday. And then by the time we get to early next week, we have a third and perhaps a fourth storm that are set to make impacts into parts of the Pacific Northwest and Northern California.
The second storm comes in a little windier, a little gustier, but what does this typhoon have to do with your forecast? Well, the energy from that moves across to the east. Yep, and that's going to bring in some powerful winds, a lot of rain. In fact, along the coast, you're going to see wind gusts that could be as high as hurricane strength. So
I ain't nothing but a hound dog crying about the weather all the time. That's right. The East Coast last week and weekend got pounded by Mother Nature and Hurricane Matthew and is still undergoing severe damage and flooding. And now, West Coast, it is your turn. From just below San Francisco through Oregon and Washington, parts of Canada and Alaska, you are about to get slammed by hurricane-force winds, and not one storm, not two storms, not three storms, but possibly 4 storms. In the next 5 days, these areas are going to see up to 20 inches of rain and some pretty damn scary winds. Stay cool. This is a THORnews presentation. THORnews presents.
It is about to turn very active in the Pacific Northwest as a parade of storms starts to move onshore. Here's our upper level low, and that is the counterclockwise rotation around it.
these are storms that we're talking about. These showers really move in by the end of the week. Now, this is the first of a few.
And it is not just going to be one storm system, but in fact, we have multiple storms that will impact Washington, Oregon State, and parts of Northern California.
And a lot of rain in the forecast. And the higher elevations, again, that translates into a lot of snow. So be aware of those passes. Got about a foot of rain in some pockets, which could help out your drought a bit.
Look at this storm system here to the west. All of that white representing moisture on the water vapor that is going to be pushing inland. So we can see some of the winds gusting along the coastal areas to near or even above hurricane force. Very heavy rainfall and dangerous seas. Major travel delays are likely, even in locations that just see the excessive rainfall. So
Now, the great news, could be bad news, is that the moment I'm in Northern California, unless I get attacked by ninjas, I'll be here, giving you a personal weather share. Don't laugh. Trust me, there's always a chance I can get attacked by ninjas, man. This is called THORnews, and there are always villains out to get me. So, the Atlantic's freaking out, we got the Pacific freaking out, and we got a lot of weird weather in store. Like we're looking at the water vapor loop, we're going to use yellow so it can stand out. It's weird that it kind of cuts off, but hey. So this is all water vapor and water, and it almost looks like an atmospheric river. Though I don't know if these are going to be atmospheric river conditions, so I feel funky even using that term. But as you can see, there ain't a whole lot of dryness in store for the Northwest. They say Southern California shall be spared. But either way, I would be prepared. So yeah, I guess especially since I'm in this thing, I'll be covering it. Man, the equator or the equatorial jet line is super diggy freaky. It's a whole lot of moisture. Get ready to get wet if you were in these areas. That's all I have to say about that. And when I said that, I mean this weather map. I got more to say, I'm sure. Oh, that looks mighty interesting. I said this is going to be flooding and rushing in. So everybody need to be prepared. It starts about Thursday, so keep an eye out. I don't think it'll start until at least sundown Wednesday, maybe early morning Thursday. Either way, just get ready. These are crazy days indeed. So there you go. That's a lot of water. We're headed in waves towards the west coast. Now we're going to move forward today. This is the 13th projection total cloud water. And if you're new to THORnews and you've come for the weather, be warned. I'm kind of weird. I usually cover outer space stuff and space weather, but I started covering weather because it saves lives, and luckily, because I'm a super genius, I'm good at whatever I put my mind to. So I'm bringing these weather warnings to you, and do with it what you may. This is tomorrow. As you can see tomorrow, Washington, Oregon will start to get hit, and that is the 14th, which is Friday. Looks like San Francisco will be getting pounded. And hey, the 15th looks kind of scary. Scary Saturday. Let's go ahead and label it that, so it's easy to put on bumper stickers so people can understand. Saturday could be kind of scary. And about a week out on the Hurricane Matthew, I predicted that the 8th could be pretty scary. People made fun of me on the 7th, and then the 8th was when all the major flooding hit, and hundreds of roads went underwater. So I'm guessing this is our hurricane wind scenario here. If you're along that coast, I'll be ready. Oh, Jesus. That is mean sea level pressure, and that looks mean. We're still looking at the 15th, I believe. Looks like those volcanoes have woken up. Yeah, that looks nasty. So the weather is weird. So everybody get ready. And I'll check in on the sun view. Peace out.
I pray and I pray.
Oh, Jesus. That is mean sea level pressure, and that looks mean.
The timeline on the storms here, one comes in late tonight into tomorrow. Another strong storm system is going to roll in on Saturday. And then by the time we get to early next week, we have a third and perhaps a fourth storm that are set to make impacts into parts of the Pacific Northwest and Northern California.
The second storm comes in a little windier, a little gustier, but what does this typhoon have to do with your forecast? Well, the energy from that moves across to the east. Yep, and that's going to bring in some powerful winds, a lot of rain. In fact, along the coast, you're going to see wind gusts that could be as high as hurricane strength. So
I ain't nothing but a hound dog crying about the weather all the time. That's right.